Hey guys, Alan here. What's going on? If you were following along in the last video, you will know that we stripped all the paint off of this thing and we got all of the frame painted back up and the suspension parts painted back up. So now we can get some bushings pressed into them and get the suspension back together and even get it on its own wheels again. That'll be nice. Well, this is a little annoying. I hit a huge snag. It's costing me big time because I've already invested in another thing. But the leaf spring bushing diameter is too small. This is aftermarket leaf springs from Belltech, part number 1550. You can kind of see it there. I just lightly sprayed some spray paint over them because I'm doing this new bushing kit. All right, 5950. This is supposed to be for stock applications. You got the 2101s for each leaf spring, and you got the 2102s for the shackles. But obviously these guys are not going in there. But coincidentally, the 2102, the shackle bushings, do fit in there. So what you could do if you have these aftermarket lowering springs and they are the diameter of the shackle bushing and not the diameter of the factory leaf spring bushing, you could order up some of these 2102s separately. I've done it. They're like $5-6 a piece, and then you could do it that way. But I have another problem because in the front here I need to put this aluminum plug in there, and that's not going to work. That's clearly the diameter of the 2101s. So I've invested in this. I think I have to go find me some stock leaf springs and take some leaves out of them. So I guess we'll do the front then. We'll start by cleaning out those bushing sleeves. And yeah, that one over there I cleaned. I'll just run it back over. And then those ones I gotta clean too. Shouldn't take too long. I think I'll just do this outside actually. I did talk to someone at Belltech, I can't remember his name, but they have a new bushing available, but that doesn't solve my problem. Because I need to put that aluminum slug in the eye. As it turns out, I can use the shackle bushing for the one end of each spring. It's the same diameter as, you know, that would work. As long as I could get the aluminum, and I think the best option is to get the aluminum bushing turned down so it fits in there. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, one thing I want to point out is that you are going to need to save your steel sleeves from your factory rubber bushings. They do not come in the kit. These are the ones that have the adjustable, the camber bolts that go through them. We need to keep those. I did not realize that, so I kind of just kicked them all to the side when they were hot. I just kicked them over into the dirt, and I had lost one. So when I was having these turned down, I had to have the guy make me another one. And these are the stock 3. You can see one of them got corroded pretty bad, but we'll work with it. This is not going to happen the way it's supposed to happen, is it? Alright, well there's the front suspension all done, minus the shocks. These are blown, or at least one of them's definitely blown. So we're gonna switch it up to a new pair. And those are actually part number 8006. I'm switching it up to part number 8000. They have a little bit taller travel because these shocks actually, you know, fully extend or overextend before the travel of the suspension cycles all the way before full droop. This fully extends, which means like all the weight of that spring and suspension is pushing on the insides of this, which might have caused some issues if this thing ever caught air, but I don't think I ever jumped it, but you never know. And also, so it has a little bit taller travel, 14 inches, or I think it was. I don't remember, but I don't think I'm anywhere near that 9 inches when this is fully compressed. So now let's get the rubber bushings in the back and get the back leaf springs on. I almost forgot about the sway bar. 1 1/4 inch bar. There's the tie rods, or links, I mean. Greasable. That's pretty cool. Well, I just realized, does that mean you can get that super sticky stuff in a gun, in a tube, for a gun? Ooh, it's windy. Crazy windy. So I'm just comparing my old ones here to the new ones, and I did cut them. These were even cheaper back in the day. Where did I find this kit at? I think it was the wrong kit for this car. We'll get this up there and we'll get the car on its tires and see if those end up being level. I believe you want that point kind of level with this, you know, on the same plane. So I took my 1.5 inch hole saw and it seemed to be just about perfect to kind of just, you know, run them through and make them all the same. And some of them it barely kissed a couple edges and just cleaned it up, and some of them it actually took out a tiny bit of material, but at least I know now they're all smooth and they're all the same. So we're gonna get Justice here to lube these up, his first experience with this energy suspension lube. This will be fun. So I'll do this one over here. I'm just gonna smear it on, and actually, dang it, clean fingers. And then some in here. Never hurts. All the way down, filling the grooves. And that just shoves in with some body strength. And we'll do the same thing to that. Cover this in the lube too, and then and we've got to get this other side in. Then we shove the pin through.
Like that.
There you go. Now just save on that stuff that's still on your finger for a second. Go ahead and shove that one in.
Okay.
You have to get up and get your weight on it. Okay. Okay, now the inside's real good. Fill in these grooves with that lube. Get some more from there. Go ahead and fill both up, and then we'll flip them over. Put the other two in. Okay, go ahead and pop it in. Get it started. You're not going to be able to push this in with your palm. It'll hurt.
Yeah, you plus that, because that thing's heavy, it'll help.
See that grease? It's squeezed out through those channels we filled up.
That's what we want.
Heck yeah.
It's a bit slippery.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard to get off.
Here's Mom. It does get slippery after a bit.
All right, leaf springs are on, tires are on, and it's sitting on all fours. It's looking pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Hey, I'm not gonna mess or finish up the sway bar until I get all of the weight on it, the bed and the engine, and also got to back it down and get it down on some level ground. And I am going to do some more research too to make sure that is how it's supposed to be done. I'm thinking that eye needs to be level with, you know, the center of the bar here where it's being mounted to the frame. No, don't do it. Nope, 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 Cody. It's not your ancient ancestors. Just stop. And if it seems like I'm hiding or trying to avoid showing the back end of this truck, it's because I am. You'll have to subscribe and hit the bell to see what is going on with the back end of that. I did do something additional. If you've been following along on my Instagram at GG Speed Shop or my Facebook at Gibson Garage, you probably already would have seen some pictures. But yeah, that's going to be in the next video. Not part 4 of the bushing kit. That'll be after that. But the next video will be what I did to the rear end, or what I did to the rear leaf springs. And then part 4 will be after that. In part 4, I'm going to tackle the cab mount bushings. I think there's just 4. I'll double check. But yeah, I think there's just 4 cab mount bushings. And no, I have no idea how to do that or what the best way to do that is. So if you guys got any ideas, let me know. But that's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and you know, all the support you're giving, all the questions, all the thumbs up, all the everything. I appreciate it a lot, guys. It's really awesome. Thank you, and have a good day.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything.